We're in beautiful Las Vegas and we're going to be hitting all the toy stores looking for Dragon Ball stuff. We're even going to be going to Pawn Stars directly to see if they have Dragon Ball figures in stock. And if they do, we're getting them. Let's go look. Our first stop in Las Vegas is a place called Rogue Toys. It has 3 locations, and if you do watch Pawn Stars, you might recognize this place because the owner has actually been one of Rick's experts. He's called in for toys multiple times. We've gone to their stores and have spent thousands of dollars on Dragon Ball merchandise. Unfortunately, this time around, this store didn't have anything that we didn't already have, but they still have an awesome selection of toys. Next stop is a place called Zia Records, which is a buy-sell trade for DVDs, movies, video games, toys, and just about anything else you can think of. If you watched our video series where we bought a storage unit in 10 states on our main channel, Treasure Hunting with Jeebus, you might recognize this place because we sold quite a bit to them. Unfortunately, they didn't have anything we didn't have this time around. Next is one of the absolute powerhouses in the toy world in Las Vegas, Brad's Toys and Collectibles. I can't even tell you how many locations they have, but they have a ton. As you can see, the store is massive, and right when we walked in, we noticed this massive SH Purunga, which was definitely an epic first find of Vegas. We looked around the rest of this massive store. We did end up finding a ton more Dragon Ball figures. Unfortunately, we did have every single one they had on the shelf, which was an absolute ton. The only other thing we found was this cool little Goku book bag, so we grabbed that and we headed out, but not without trying to win Jerry from Tom and Jerry out of the grab machine first.
Should I go for his head or his body? I see Tom in the corner too.
Head, probably.
I think his body's more likely to get trapped. That's the only problem.
Whatever you think.
I don't know. I'm just gonna go for it. Grab him. Oh man,
not a shot.
Next spot is a place called We Play Games that does have multiple locations across Las Vegas. Last time we were here, we spent a ton of money buying toys. This time around, this location didn't have anything, but wait till later in the video. One of their other locations may have provided the biggest jackpot in all of Las Vegas, so make sure you stay tuned to see that. Next stop was the second Rogue Toys location, and as soon as we walked in, we immediately saw a whole shelf full of Dragon Ball figures. Unfortunately, we had just about every single one of them, with the little Gotenks with the ghost we did not have, so we grabbed it. Next, we went into the last Rogue Toys location in Las Vegas. As soon as you go through the door, you're greeted by Jeffrey the Giraffe from Toys R Us, which is just nostalgia central. Even though they have a massive selection of toys inside, they didn't have anything Dragon Ball that we didn't already have, but still always worth a visit if you're in Las Vegas. Next stop was a place called Toy Shack right on Fremont Avenue. If you watch Pawn Stars, you'll probably recognize this place as well because they're definitely one of the experts Rick has called in the past for toys as well. As soon as we walked in, we saw quite a few Dragon Ball figures inside the cases. Even saw the sick Dragon Ball pool cues that we bought last time we were in Las Vegas. Still to this day, the only place we've ever seen them at. This store is super awesome to look around in, but again, unfortunately, they didn't have nothing we didn't already have as far as Dragon Ball goes. Next, we headed to a second We Play in Las Vegas. This one has a lot more stuff and a bigger store in my opinion. As soon as we walked in, we saw quite a few interesting toys, a bunch of mystery boxes, mystery bags, including some Dragon Ball that we already have completed, so we didn't need them, but still an absolute massive selection. Then we found their Dragon Ball section, and they probably had the biggest one so far we had came across in Las Vegas. Unfortunately, we didn't see anything we didn't already have, but they probably had 50 to 100 different figures. That was until we happened to look in the back corner of the store, and well, they had 8 dimensions of Dragon Ball figures, which are from Japan and really hard to find in the United States, 6 of which we did not have, so that was really exciting, and of course we grabbed all 6 of them. Next spot was a store in the mall called Poor Boy Comics, which as the name suggests is pretty much 95% comic books. We didn't think we would find anything in here, but on the way out, sitting on the counter, we found a Gohan fig pin that we didn't have, so we grabbed it. Next is another store in the mall called the Pop Shack, which is absolutely massive. You wouldn't think so with it being inside a mall, but once you go inside, you are surrounded by tons and tons of collectibles. We immediately found a big wall of Dragon Ball figures. They had a ton, but unfortunately so do we, and we had every single one of the ones they had on their wall. As we continued looking through the store, we realized they had another side which was more expensive collectibles. I think some Dragon Ball SH figure art in this cool golden Frieza box. I didn't know what it was, so we just went ahead and grabbed it. So we got 2 things from that mall. We got this cool little Super Saiyan Gohan fig pin. Never seen this one before, only $8, so super happy with that. This was a little more expensive, but I'd never seen it before, and it's factory sealed. It's a 2018 Comic-Con convention exclusive. I'll have to mess that all up. Frieza, Golden Frieza Scouter, which is super sick. And there's also another store there that's got a bunch of cool looking things we don't have, but they're not open today. We didn't know, so you know what? Hopefully they're open tomorrow, and hopefully no one buys the stuff we want. Next, we went into another Bratz Toys and Collectibles location inside of another mall. Didn't expect to find anything, but actually found this Dragon Ball lounge fly bag that we didn't even know existed, so was super happy with that. Next, we went to another location in the same mall called Comics and Stuff, which again had a massive selection of just about everything, and even their Dragon Ball selection was probably in the top 3 biggest ones we've seen in Vegas so far. Even with all that Dragon Ball stuff they had, they didn't have one single item that we didn't already have in our collection, unfortunately. Next stop was a collectibles store called Velvet Underground, which say they only get in exclusive and rarer figures, so we were very interested. Went in, lots of comic books. They did have quite a few of the more expensive Ichiban Kuji Dragon Ball figures, but we have all of them so far. But then as we were getting ready to leave, we noticed another Dimensions of Dragon Ball Piccolo figure. So we grabbed him along with this little miniature Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Next stop was a place called Anime Sabasu, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, which online had the best reviews of any anime shop in Las Vegas. So I was super excited to go in here, and as soon as we went down the aisles, it was easy to see why. They had an absolute massive selection of almost everything Dragon Ball you could think of. Going through the aisles though, what I started to notice was their prices were pretty insane, especially when you can shop on eBay. So I was kind of glad that everything I saw in the aisles we already had in our collection, because I would not pay 2 to 3 times what I can get it for online. When I went around to the back to look at the statues, my heart was broken even more. I saw this awesome Shenron wall hanger that was priced at $1,500. Quick eBay image search, that thing is selling for less than 500 bucks shipped to your house. As I went around, I saw even more things that I was in love with, but again, the same story. Goku statue overpriced by hundreds. Giant grade 8 Vegeta, I loved him, so I decided to look up again. They had him priced at $1,500. He's selling for under $500. $1,000 markup, just not happening with me. Next stop was another place in the mall called Anime Sokatsu, which happened to have a lot of really cool t-shirts. That's one thing we don't collect though, because they take up too much room, but we did immediately find some cool figures like this Gohan with boxing gloves, this little Dragon Ball Z pin. We found a Dragon Ball belt, and in the back they even had some custom made Bulma shoes, which was insane, something I'd never seen before. Looked at some of the other super cool t-shirts, but did end up grabbing these 2 keychains on the way out that we didn't see when we came in. Next stop was a stall in like a flea market type area inside of a mall, the place that was closed the first time we were there. We got inside and oh my gosh, they had so much that we didn't have. I can't even begin to tell you how many different things we got from this store. Ended up spending around $700, but we'll show you everything a little bit later. Just know this place was awesome and it had more than anywhere else in Vegas. Finally, it was time to hit the big dogs. So we went out to the Pawn Stars Pawn Store in Las Vegas, and let me tell you, if you're a fan of collectible memorabilia, anything like that, this place is actually amazing. I'm not just saying that because I like the show. They genuinely have one of the biggest selections of like sports memorabilia, movie memorabilia, TV shows, jewelry, expensive like Rolex watches, coins, some stuff from the show, and just an insane selection of just about anything collectible you could be looking for. I always recommend checking them out if you're in Las Vegas. Now we came here to look for Dragon Ball figures, and that's what we did, and they had quite a few that we did not have, including Chaozu, Emperor Pilaf, Beast Gohan from the new movie, Kid Goku shooting through King Piccolo, the Gohan with the cape on, and man, I got so excited right away. We grabbed all the Dragon Ball figures that we didn't have, and they were also selling mystery boxes, something we never seen before, so we grabbed 4 mystery boxes that will be opened up on our main channel, Treasure Hunting with Jeebus, so make sure you're subscribed over there to see what was in the mystery boxes. But again, if you're in Vegas, definitely check them out, and even try the restaurant next door, Rick's Barbecue. We went there more than I'd like to admit. Guys, thanks for watching, and remember, growing up is giving up. Always do what you love. Forget the haters. Peace out.